know what he can get up to. Definitely, I'd say a hot talent right now in the Polish scene, potentially. I feel like he could actually go somewhere if he carries on.
Yeah, it's obviously their aim is always break into whether it's AGO or Kingwin or VP, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of, yeah, it sure goes that would really be the top dog right now.
So you can see Boaster's picture. That is what I believe is what is meant to be their avatar.
Freakazoid. What is he? With a bite in a straw?
No, he's screaming.
Oh, it's his microphone wrapping around.
That's a good kill from Connor. His best player right now is just get. Yeah, I was going to say, any kills he finds would be a bonus at that point.
Oh, it's Return of the Fleeve. The super sub from Elite Series is back. Our man Fleeve. He sounds somewhat like an item from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, he was a strong player for him.
He was good.
Yeah. Obviously, is it former teammate? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quicks, he was that prophecy.
He played with, it was the super sub that came in after they had to remove, what's his face? But
yeah, my favourite player.
Yeah. No, but he was actually quite good.
Yeah, he was. He's only 17 or 18, isn't he?
Yeah, he's young, but really effective. Yeah. Like, he actually did a lot of damage.
Strong AWPer.
Yeah, he was quick.
Speaking of quick, Aussie had a nice 3K, quick 3K in that pistol round. There was a Twitter thread yesterday from Pickles.
Right.
It was a bit of an appreciation thread.
Oh, I saw that, where he was saying, he was giving shout-outs to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave a nice shout-out to Quicks for helping him build himself as a player. Yeah.
You know. I had a nice chat
with
Vexed, obviously last season, after the finals, about what was going on in the team, and it seemed like there was a lot of things they wanted to improve on, and they've stuck together, so you feel like, you know, there was some truth to that. Yeah.
Which obviously, for any stable lineup, you'd think if they stay together longer than about 2
weeks.
Months. Yeah?
Yeah.
Any time in between those two, I reckon.
It ranges in the UK scene.
Yeah. As long as you're together for longer than that period, then you should be able to build on the smaller mistakes, which you might not be able to do if you're...
If you fold every week.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you get more time to play each map, iron out those little mistakes, and hopefully become a better team from that.
Well, Quicks has killed his former teammate, cold blood there. Takes him down. I guess you could say the prophecy has been fulfilled, Ben.
I suppose.
Get it? Because they both played on Prophecy.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Remember? That was the team they were in.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. So, pretty easy round from Vexed, right? They walked into that A site, they identified instantly. We know nobody's here. Get the plant and trade 1 for 1, which they won't be bothered about that. It's a Mach 10 that they lost. Question is, will WEHAWT go for another interesting stack of some kind? Where they have, as of like last round, they had 3 players on B. They had a guy in window, I think they had a guy in short as well. I mean, it looks like the exact same thing pretty much, other than short being connector. And it looks like Vex are going to do the exact same thing as well. You can't but feel like if you're WEHAWT though, you kind of challenge it. At least the people with no armor challenge it, right? Because this looks like it's the exact same playout. Other than Boaster right now. Everybody's on the other side of the map. I believe Vexed played... Yeah, so they've obviously already won 1 game this season. They played against Luminary earlier.
Yeah.
And from what I saw on the scoreboard, obviously Ardis on the other team had a strong performance, but Pickles had quite a weak one. Relative to what we'd expect from them, I suppose that's what I'm putting it, right?
It's also an interesting one because where is Pickles now in terms of the structure of this roster? He was someone that was supposed to be more of an entry fragger or fragger role. He's always been
a raw fragger, isn't he? He's always had that raw aim.
That was his role, not a support player, not someone that was supposed to be into that position. That was kind of what we saw last season. That was very much his focus. I don't really think it was a role he wanted to be in, and he didn't perform to the best when we saw it in there. So hopefully it's more of a return to him being able to try and go for frags. He's a good aimer. That was his basis.
Yeah, it's a weird one though, because the shift that's been had with like modern day, well I say modern day, but like the last year or so, has been the shift where everybody's able to do a bit of everything. Yeah. Other than AWPing, obviously, it's a bit more of a fixed thing. You have a set AWP for the most part.
Yeah.
But everybody should be able to do supporty roles. They should be able to do lurking sort of stuff, and that sort of area at least. This is a heavy mid control coming out from WEHAWT though. They're gonna get caught out again. They're committed to the 2 short. He has blocked that smoke though, just about. The question is, will they be able to tell from that? Because I don't think Boaster could see from CT either.
Ooh. Connor with the first frag, the double up as well. Boaster actually comes into effect as he punishes Truth, and at this point, Ben, it is only a 1 versus 3. On the sideline, Quicks, the Swedish superstar, needs to try and clutch it out. It's all down to him. Is his brain box going to help him through this one?
Yeah, already identified from 1v3 to 1v2. And the CTs aren't playing together is the issue. There's no kit. There could be one down on the floor on the site. But Quicks has already identified what one player is. He's looking to make further plays from that. Unfortunate for him, obviously. Boast didn't give him really a chance to get that single kill other than running at him. And they played the 2v1 correctly considering the situation they were put in, which is fine. But I think the main bit of that round was Connor getting those 2 kills, right? Like 2 people jumping out. It's an awkward kill to get, especially when you're stuck under them. And he gets the 2 kills, and that's perfectly fine.
It was a good defense towards this B site as well. Obviously started off quite nicely from Connor getting that spray down, just being able to waterfall upon them. And for Desiak, currently only 2 frags on the board, those being with the AWP. He is playing a lot more with the AWP. We did see this when he was on the roster with Shaney. On this map, especially T-side, very aggressive. He was able to actually get some major openers, really take in, I guess you'd say, the firefights that you wouldn't want to be peeking. Quite aggressive angles, but he made it work. I have dubbed him as the Polish Punisher as well, Ben. He does represent, you know, he represents the Punisher there. Yeah. He is Polish.
There he is.
And he's punishing, so.
Well, there we go.
So you get that one.
So he's already opened the round. It looks like Vexed have got a lot of, looks like it's, you know, sort of built up slow, like Wolfpack style plays for those things. Like the first 2 rounds, or the first 2 anti-ecos, they were incredibly slow going together. And in this round, they've also done the same. And obviously that last round, they did do a composed push.
Oh, Ben, Boast has got bomb control.
We've seen this many times before. In this area exactly, where he's managed to get bomb control, in fact.
They've just given him that.
Yeah, like back in the Elite Series, that's something Boasted a lot.
Yeah,
he always pushed ramp. After, like, I remember a few weeks in, they identified he just sits there and then they don't get any info that side of the map. But then he started introducing this aggressive style of play. And it helped his team a hell of a lot. Like, obviously this round especially, he's managed to get the bomb and then Vex the split on what to do.
I mean, the thing is, if you think about how common it is for someone to actually go for a ramp push, it's actually a lot less common than you think. And for what you get
the whole way is the main thing, isn't it? Usually people clear those close angles, then they'll be like, okay, outside is clear.
And they'll back off. At that point, if you go for a mid play, they leave the bomb behind a lot of the time. So Boast is able to go for that. It's a bold play. Also, the issue is now, he's done it once. So even if they don't think he's going to go for it again, it's like when someone pushes mid, you've got to hold it. You have to expect they're going to push it. That's why, you know, if you push mid 1 round, the amount of time they then waste holding the angle before they face, it slows down that T-side mentality so much because it's like, right, well, we know you might push behind. We know they might push mid. It just really wastes a lot of time. So there's definitely going to be pressure on Vex now off the back of that happening once.
Yeah, so this is looking a bit more of a, looks like a set eco round or force buy round, but I think Nico's just going to ruin them. Bit of a questionable spray there. But Vanity's hunting this frag.
He's still going for the peaks. He was trying to risk it. Dersiak as well with the AWP.
They know where both players are. That's a very good nade. Right on to Mr. Pickles. And once again, Mr. Pickles. Down and out.
Yeah. Dersiak's starting to get warmed up as well now with the AWP. 5 frags to his name.
Yeah. He seems like a bit of a keen bean in terms of movement around the map.
Yeah, he is. I think that was the one thing to take away from obviously what I saw versus Sprout with them. Interestingly enough, in that game, I mean, it was kind of him and Shaney that played a very similar play style. They were just sort of bounding around with the AWP. Obviously, Dersiak a lot more confident to go for, I guess you'd say, the more ridiculous faces. That's the point. Shots that you're not going to hit every time. Yeah. It's sort of like a smoothie in that sense, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
willing to take like the 20% chance just off his own confidence sort of thing. Yeah, so actually double AWP's been picked up here as well from the CT side, which a bit interesting. I mean, we saw Nico in the window last round. He seems quite aggressive in that sense. Whereas Dersiak's obviously been moving around ticket. He's been more obviously the bomb site AWPer. Nico is a lot more of the player that is the unknown quantity for me as well. He's the one that I don't really have too much information on. I don't really know what sort of style of CS he plays or what background he comes from in terms of that. But yeah, so tech pause, of course, by Vexed. As Pickles has timed out. I did think he did crash at the end of that round because he was completely still, which unusual usually, but Be interested to see how long it takes for him to get back. It looks like it was a game crash rather than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be interested to see if it's anything further than that. I mean, 3-3. Like, Vexed started off quite strong with fairly, I wouldn't say influential, but the fact that they were quite proactive in the sense that they knew where to go, like map-wise, on their anti-ecos. They were quite strong in that group play. But with their Byrons, that's why they've been kind of held to a stand, essentially.
Yeah. I'm actually, I'm just looking into something here, obviously, for our fallen member in Pickles, Ben.
Oh,
I'm flicking through my encyclopedia to just get some things to cover this. If you give me a moment here, I feel like I could,
of course,
get some interesting stuff. Did you know the phrase "in a pickle" was first introduced by Shakespeare in his play *The Tempest*, and the quote reads, how campst thou in this pickle? I have been in such a pickle. And that's how you get the phrase "in a pickle." Obviously, Pickles is in a pickle right now, isn't he? His internet's not working.
Yeah. The Tempest is actually showing in Carnarvon Castle.
Is it?
On Friday, yeah, it was.
Should we go see?
Well, no, it was only the one-day thing. It was £14 a ticket.
That's
outrageous, yeah. Considering it was...
Pickles was there.
He was in a pickle.
He was in a pickle. As he ended up in Wales.
Don't know.
Mental. Did you know November 14th is National Pickle Day?
Oh.
Interesting.
Day after my birthday.
Yeah. Mark that one down in your diaries.
Of course. Just in case, obviously, future reference.
Ooh. See, you might wonder why Pickles is such a beautiful man, Ben. Now, Cleopatra actually believed that eating pickles was the reason that kept her beauty. So obviously, for Pickles, he is a pickle.
Which obviously means he keeps his beauty.
Therefore, he is beautiful.
Forever.
Basically, he is Cleopatra.
Yeah, obviously that's the correlation, isn't it? That's
I
the
have
only
seen him
correlation
barfing in milk a lot, but I just thought it was a bit weird.
Fair enough.
Yeah. In the US, pickles are made in 30 of the 50 states, with Michigan and North Carolina making the most pickles. I wonder why.
I'll make sure to avoid them.
Yeah, if you're not
a fan of pickles, no. Are you a fan of pickles? Do you like a gherkin?
Not really.
Not really?
No, not really.
Not keen on them.
They're just a bit sickly, aren't they?
Yeah, I was
Freak me out
avoided
a
them.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird looking.
Yeah,
Are we talking about the player? No, Pickles is a lovely fellow. He's a very lovely man. But I wish he'd restart his round.
Yeah, I wish he'd get himself back on the game. That'd be ideal.
Ooh, Americans consume more than 9 pounds of pickle per person annually. That's a lot of pickle.
That is a lot of pickle, but then again, there could be one weirdo who's having a ton of pickle.
He's eating a pound of pickle himself, just hammering down on them.
Well, if it's, what did you say? It was 9 pounds.
9 pounds annually.
So if you were to assume one guy's having one a day, right?
Yeah.
1 pound of pickle, which is extortionate when you think about how much a pound is in calories.
Yeah.
Right? That would mean he'd be eating, how much is it? I think it's 92 people's worth of pickle.
1 Gumpster's worth of pickle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In Connecticut, in order for a pickle to officially be considered a pickle, it must bounce.
It must bounce.
Yeah, I think like if you...
Bouncy pickle.
You throw it on the ground, will it bounce? Will it blend?
Will it blend? I reckon a pickle probably would blend.
Yeah, they do blend, yeah. Just pickles are obviously just cucumbers, aren't they? They're just pickled cucumbers, Ben.
Pickled cucumbers.
That's what they are.
Pickled
If you leave a cucumber out, if you leave a cucumber out in the sun, it turns into a pickle.
Just gets a nice tan and becomes a bit sour.
I bought all these pickles. Now they're cucumbers. That's if you leave it in the fridge.
They rehydrate.
Yeah, if you pour water on them, they go back to being cucumbers.
That's one way of things to occur, I suppose.
It's, you know, it's like water can be a gas or a solid. Cucumbers can be a pickle. Or a pickle.
Or a cucumber.
Or a cucumber.
Obviously, that is the alternative.
Approximately 100,000 to 125,000 acres are devoted to growing pickles in the United States alone.
That's not too surprising. I mean, I watched In Style at the weekend.
Yo, imagine if those cornrows were just pickles.
That's the thing. That's the fact I was going to use. So that the corn harvest, whatever, the start of the movie. So that was grown specifically for the film.
Yeah, he kept it, didn't he? Though.
Yeah, he made a profit.
Yeah,
which is a bit
bizarre.
Mental, isn't it?
Imagine how much money they would have made for pickles.
That was a lot of corn.
It was a lot of corn.
To be fair. But imagine that just being a side project.
Yeah.
I actually just wanted to get a lot of corn.
It would be a bit corny, wouldn't it?
Imagine that just the side project though. I want to make this film. I need 100 million, but I also need $1 million to make this corn harvest. Why do you need? No. Just listen. I just want. Yeah.
You know, pickles are actually cucumbers, though, right? They are. Right. A pickled cucumber, commonly known as a pickle in the United States or Canada, generically as gherkins in the United States.
Gherkins.
Yeah. Is a cucumber that has been pickled in brine vinegar or other solution. So,
have you ever seen an actual like? Does anybody in your house ever get like a pickle inside the jar of the stuff?
Yeah, I've seen a jar in a pickle jar.
As in with the
liquid. The green.
I'm not going to address it with its actual name because it's a bit
brine. Yeah, it has a whiff.
A whiff.
Yeah. So left there to ferment for a period of time. Has he returned? He's finished fermenting.
Where's this smoke going? Oh, there we are. That's landed short then. I guess. Right? Yeah. Okay.
What?
Short and up mid-smoke's been thrown.
Yeah.
But obviously nothing's come out. So it looks like somebody has some sort of A-play coming in here. Which... it feels a bit expected at this point. Is Pickles on someone's head? He was on someone's head. Doing that smoke.
It's quite a tall pickle.
Where's that molly going? Is that molly going to be on triple?
These are some keen smokes of mollies.
Yeah, I think that molly's going to be on triple. Yeah, that's...
Ooh.
So they've completely outpositioned Dersiak and Wasp on triple.
Yeah, that's owned Dersiak quite hard. Oh, there's a gap in the smoke, though.
There's a gap in the smoke. I don't know how many mollies Dersiak has to push through, but look at this confidence.
Nico. Ooh. He's giving it, Ben. He's laying them all out.
Oh. Speaking of laid out, Fleeve has just been laid out through the wall.
He's been racked.
1v2. We've seen Connor do some crazy things in the past, to be fair.
Connor's kind of like a slightly smaller version of Mighty Max. He has max rounds, but they're called Connor rounds.
Yeah. Yeah. So he does make it into a 1v1 of taking out quicks. Aussie. Skilled player as any. Can he complete this round for Vexed? Considering it started off quite well. He does. That's a very awkward firefighter in there.
It was a bit awkward.
There's a very interesting strategy from Vexed, I'm honest. Like, Pickles is doing grenades on someone's head.
There was all sorts of grenades being chucked out. I mean, the only sad point is they didn't miss a little. They weren't exactly
There was a lot of grenades all over the shop, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Really.
It seemed quite keen, though.
Yeah.
They put some thought behind it. Okay, so it's now Fleeve and Dersiak on the AWPs.
Yeah, I mean, Fleeve picked up the AWP a lot.
He loved it.
In the past, with Prophecy. And if I remember correctly, he was one of the shining sparks from that side.
He was the superstar.
Towards the end of it, at least.
By a long mile, yeah. Fleeve did a lot of damage. Oh, Connor with the first kill coming through with the Famous. Nico as well, going to be able to double down here. Actually, Boaster finds the frag with the CZ in close range, Ben, but Aussie on the cross by. Now Aussie, he can just annihilate when he's feeling himself. He's got such raw talent.
Yeah, he's always been a momentum kind of player from my eyes. Like, if he's popping off, he'll pop off for a lot of kills, but then he's got very high highs, very low lows. It's something we always used to use when describing Boaster, funnily enough.
Yeah, that is true. Boaster is a huge momentum player, but for Aussie, it just sort of seems like on the day, he'll either walk into that server, happily 1v5 anyone, hard carry Vexed, or he'll turn up and he'll have a fairly average performance. There's very much sort of two sides to him.
Yeah, was it on Cobble against Royals, was it? When he was absolutely popping off, just killing everyone.
Literally, that's what I mean. He has the ability to put this team in a backpack and just carry them through rounds if he wants to. He can be outrageous.
So this is essentially a repeat of last round. Was a 1v2. Flea's made it a 1v1.
Ooh.
He does have a kit. Ooh. Ooh, that must have been quite close. That must have been very close, considering he had a kit.
Yeah. He could have set himself up, though, to actually just watch towards connection as well.
He didn't have a clue where he was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's kind of just gone for it. He was just scoped in on the ground.
Yeah. He was hoping that the player was close, just if he hears the scope, he might not peek. But alas, Vexed. I was questioning the rounds beyond the first 3, and they do pick up 2, and they've got 3 Mac 10s in play right now. So So they have solidly identified that this will be an eco round from the WEHAWT side. But how are they going to use them? So you can see Pickles already being quite a scout right here.
This is what I want to see, though. Send Pickles in. Use him as an entry fragger. Let him push through first. See if he can try and take him down. If he can find frags, great. Let's see if he can, though. Ooh, they have been ruined, decimated by the Deagles. But luckily, there's trades coming back through as they will be punished with the AK spam and the Mat 10 frags. Boaster trying to slow walk in from the rear, but the angle is covered. R-Truth will hit him, and that's him down and out.
Yep, R-Truth.
Do you remember R-Truth?
Yeah, yeah.
He was a good wrestler, wasn't he? He was a bit terrible, actually.
Yeah, he was a bit crap.
He was a really bad wrestler.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the worst.
He was a bit of a, I don't know, he just looked like he was meant to be more than, like, more of a thug, but then at the same time he was kind of...
He was a rapper, kind of like wrestler, sort of...
It was a really bad mix.
Yeah. His character wasn't very good. And he wasn't, I don't know, he was terrible at... He never won any fights.
No, no.
And he'd just sort of kick off. He'd always fight people like The Miz. So it was always, you know, very low quality.
But if you heard, The Miz is like a multi-time world champion now.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
But he has rebranded a good, like, 5 times.
Yeah, he was the teacher, wasn't he, before?
Yeah.
That was a bit weird.
Very odd. You seen Undertaker's having a fight at SummerSlam?
No.
Yeah.
Fair.
Challenged John Cena, I think.
No. Why has he done that?
I don't know. Classic Undertaker. Back again. Much like Connor, though.
Ooh, that was a good snapshot from Pickles. Ooh.
Ooh, Fleet.
Okay. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
If he would have got round the corner, he wouldn't have died.
Fact.
Yeah. Myth busted. That's plausible.
Yeah. But it depends how much of the statement is just like, he wouldn't have died. Where does this end?
Yeah.
That round?
He wouldn't have died
Next game,
in
the
that
entire
spam.
game?
Yeah. Where he died then, he wouldn't have died.
Oh, he's missed the smoke. I'm pretty sure that's meant to land. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's meant to. He's meant to hit the ledge, and it goes to short.
Especially with a smoke like that.
It's such an awkward one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The issue is, you've got now no skyboxes on this map.
Yeah.
So there are probably a lot of variations where you could do that smoke just from standing.
Oh yeah, there's so many smokes now. That's the sort of the thing with CS in general. The less skybox restrictions you have for maps,
it opens up a lot more.
yeah.
That's one of the things I really liked about Source.
That was why Source was so good tactically for Counter-Strike.
That's why Existence. Oh my god.
Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Raise your boasties.
Yeah. Hopefully raise the score a bit. It's
Yeah.
down 7-3 now. They were 3-0 down, back to 3-3. But they've kind of lost the grip. Yeah. The cheeky Pickles DC turned into a nice timeout
It did actually.
for the boys.
It's like an existence timeout, but rather than them being spawned,
Have 4 players in spawn, one player
one of them
smack
unplugs
the
the internet
PC.
and just joins Discord on his phone.
Tactical is what we call it in the business.
It's an old strategy, but it checks out. It's an older model, but it still checks out.
I would not advise doing it at LAN though. I don't think they would appreciate it.
Probably not. I can see him talking to his team.
No. He's just on the phone to someone, his technician.
Yeah. I'm trying to restart my PC. Truth and Aussie, though.
Remote restart, please.
I need to put a team viewer in. Fleeve dealing damage with the CZ.
It's very reminiscent of like the Prophecy days in terms of Fleeve being last alive in 1v3 sort of situations.
He floats around at the last
It was a
minute
Mirage as well.
Sort of
They lost
up.
16-0 on Mirage if I'm looking against Epsilon, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they got owned.
Yeah. 8-3. We need something back. So obviously the big change here is Connor picks up an AWP now. He'll be using that supposed to be. Hopefully they get more control. But there's another Mac 10 in play from Quicks.
Quicks does this a lot.
Yeah, he likes identifying the money situation in regards to will they have head armor?
Yeah.
Or it'll be a quick call from them, which is what Pickles is going for right now.
If there's a couple of things I learned about Twix from my time with him in the UK. He likes chicken.
Yeah.
He likes money.
Yeah.
He likes women.
Mm.
And he likes winning then.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully he can win.
To be fair, every time he's been at Prem, they have not won in the finals.
But
he's always got to the finals. He has always had chicken.
He's
though,
had chicken every time. That has been a consistent factor.
Yeah. 3v1. So the ops. Oh! Did he think there was another guy left?
This guy can't be from the UK. He's too good. There's no way. He's just owning everyone.
He's had some nasty flicks, hasn't he?
He's had some outrageous flicks.
So I think the main part of that round was the fact that Dirty was able to win that first kill on Pickles.
Yeah.
Because Pickles was, I mean, look how far up he is there. He was close to Sandwich. And if he'd gone further, I think that's round over just by the fact he's gained so much map control. I'm interested to see what Vexed do from this, because the money situation isn't fantastic. Like, they probably don't have another buy. It'd be a scrappy buy if they did.
Yeah.
So it must be some sort of orchestrated play here, like where there's a default, which is what it looks like Truth is going for. So that flash probably puts Nico off his mid peak quite a bit. And the flash towards B puts Connor off his peak as well. So that's both AWPers being a bit, I wouldn't say dispositioned, but they're kind of having their regular game affected just by single flashes.
Yeah, not allowed to go for the as aggressive faces that they would that could open up rounds here.
Yeah, quite an interesting B setup being used. Like, Fleave is near the track, and then Connor's AWPing from market, which I'd say it's a bit different, I suppose. Ooh. Is that the connector one, or is that CT? I think it might be CT. Oh, it is connector. Okay. Oh, actually, that's an interesting one. If it's a B split via market / jungle, that'd be quite an interesting way of doing things. Because that's what it looks like the end goal is B. But right now, Dirciak's just controlling the strat.
Ooh. Kills come back through though. It's a 2 versus 4 here. Outnumbered 2-1 in the position they are left in. Fleave looking to try and find a frag, potentially build off this if he can. Suspects Aussie to face him. Aussie going to go for the wide swing. Doesn't actually get the kill though. Taken down. Late duress by Fleave. And Vanity is now left to try and set them up on a date with a Coroner as he's left in a 1v4. But he needs to be rapid about this, Ben. Getting tags off all over the gaff as he does start to put them down. Still 3 players remains. He's got 30 seconds here. One of his flashbangs going to be lobbed out, actually. Holds it for the second. Goes for the flash. A small bit of blind in there. Not too much done, but he still gets the kill. This is the Vanity we need to see. Individually, he can be a talent. Qualified to FPL, all off his own back for a reason, but he's been detected. He doesn't have time. You've got to commit to the bomb plant now as well. Baits it in. Goes for the extension near the tackle poster, but he's lost the round, Ben. It's over.
Yeah, he's done a lot of economical damage to them, though, to be fair. That was 2 AWPs that they lost. And both didn't get to keep one of them either. So in terms of damage right now, you can see... I mean, Nico heard it in his mind straight up. I'm buying another AWP. Like, he had the money for it. But it does mean Connor doesn't have one. I think both just dropped an M4. So they have lost one of the AWPs, considering the situation that round. And Vanity did drop the AWP and buy himself another AK, so it is a weird buy.
Do you know what's sad, though? I feel like Vanity, if he could do that so much more often, like what we've seen when he rocked up into the scene, he impressed, he qualified for FPL.
Yeah, that was
he was doing this consistently. It feels like we only see Vanity playing at his best in fickle moments. When he's in high-pressure situations and he's got a clutch, he'll play to that level. But if we could see that across the board, the amount of talent this guy'd have, especially in a roster like this around him, he could do so much damage, but it's kind of quite a sad story. We haven't seen him do more, really. It feels like he sort of plateaued very early on and hasn't broken that limit since.
It's a weird one, because obviously to get into FPL on your own, anyway, it takes a lot of individual skill.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
But it's the fact that you do need a sort of element of flashy play of some kind to do it. And he is clearly capable of doing it, though. That's the thing. And as you said, we don't see it very often.
He's got good decision-making. He knows when to take fights. But the amount of times we see that actually being utilized is only in clutches. And obviously, we're in a situation like this now. 2 frags, the only kills being found by Vanity. Again, it's a clutch, and this is where he'll probably actually start to excel. Pickles, if he can get the bomb down, it should be winnable from this point. If they make mistakes, they face 1 by 1, Ben. This could go either way.
Speaking of facing 1 by 1.
Pickles.
Pickles does face, and Vanity's in a position where he needs to make a play.
How is that?
He's made the first play, and he's found himself a flash too. So the question is, does he use the skyboxes to his advantage?
Pings it out. Dirciak had to adjust. Dirciak misses the shot. He's given him the golden opportunity, Ben.
Nico does have a kit, though. He hasn't peeked. I don't think he heard it.
No. That's a shame.
He's got a bit of an overextended flick, hasn't he? It's a bit of a weird, like...
Yeah.
He's done a full 180 after shooting there.
He really goes for it.
He clicked and then drags them out afterwards, which makes it look a bit crazier than it actually was. A lot of people do that. I think Simple used to do it as well, which...
He carries on dragging.
Ultimately, it's a bad thing, because obviously you're overcompensating further.
It's not a good habit
in a bad position afterward. But it's a very peculiar one to have, obviously. I can't imagine how he's not heard that diffused, though. Was it comms and, you know...
Maybe he was being told, don't peek.
Or
like, commotion.
no kit or something.
Yeah.
Like no kit dropped. But doesn't matter this round. As well, I mean, Connor's held up a good defense there. He's got 2 kills. It's made it possible for them. That Flash just bounced off really awkwardly. Thought he was going to commit to that push through the smoke then. He has committed to it afterwards though.
Straight through.
It feels like it's an FPLC sort of situation, isn't it? Like a lot of wild plays.
Yeah, but to be fair with you, Dersiak, Fleeve, you know, Vanity FPL.
Connor's also FPLC.
Yeah, Connor,
I believe Boaster
Pickles, Boaster. You kind of are looking at...
Yeah, it's just a lot of
boys.
wild plays where it's like, in a proper situation with a team, if you do that move and you die instantly in a retake, 3v3 or something, make it 2v3, you'll get frowned upon, obviously, because you're making it less likely for your team to succeed.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of a... It's a weird line you have to like find where can I make those sort of crazy plays?
Where can I individually play my style of CS?
Yeah.
And where can I work that into a team environment?
Yeah. It's a really difficult path. Well, it's a learning path, isn't it, for most players? Because obviously in that sort of mixed environment, you try and find out what makes me appear best while also better chance of winning.
Yeah.
Because I don't know these players very well, so I don't know how to play along with them. Sort of situation. 9-6 though. I mean, Vexed, they had a strong T side, if you remember, on Mirage.
Mm-hmm.
It was the CT that let them down. Against Royals especially.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Quicks with the upshot there. Able to hit Nico. Just take him down in seconds. Looking to try and do more damage, but his ex-teammate will trade against him as Fleeve will hit him with the height of his Glock burst. And that'll be the plant as well now going down as those numbers are hammered in by Connor.
So the good thing is, Vanity has a kit and a smoke. Still in play. But Fleeve also has a USP. And aim to go with it.
Dersiak has disconnected.
That's not ideal.
No, it's not what you want at all. Leaves him in a 2v2 as well now. Vanity on 5 HP. Truth with 64. And Boaster slays Vanity. It's all up to Truth to try clutch it out. Can he hit him with the R-Truth, or is it going to be the end of him, Bent? Able to try and tiptoe his way behind. Spots out the location of Fleeve, but Fleeve will finish him. That's a 4K for Fleeve. 1 frag for Boaster. Yeah, and that's a pretty big round, especially considering they had lost Dersiak. And yeah, a huge pistol rider win. You get the bomb down as well. Additional cash to work with. A 9-7 that will now be tied up back into a 9-9. They've lost their advantage at the half.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the confidence from Fleeve though, couldn't you? He only had 20 health, whatever, but he was just facing out from bench.
Yeah.
Just because he had one of those rounds where you feel like you're hitting everything. So you're just like constantly going.
Gonna go for it, just peek.
Yeah, like unchallenged adrenaline, I suppose, isn't it? We're interesting to see what is the cause of all these DCs from this game, at least.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Pickles, that was the internet restart. For Dersiak though, I wonder what went on.
It looks like a random game crash.
It
really,
did seem
it?
like maybe
it seemed more of a
crash.
sudden.
Yeah.
Just by the fact that it wasn't a prolonged thing by those things. So I imagine he'll be back quite soon.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it should that long of an issue really. Get back into the game and carry on from there. Just under 40 seconds now before we carry on with this, but definitely a closer affair than I've expected between these two sides. WEHAWT actually getting a couple of rounds here and there. Thin and far between though in terms of consistency.
Yeah, I think the big bit was Vexed at one point when leading 8-3,
yeah.
right? And then towards the end of the half, they started slipping up a bit. And they only really got, well, those 2 rounds where Vanity was last live and he was close to winning both of them, to be fair. Like it was 1v1s both times. But ultimately, nobody there to back him up, I guess, early on in the round.
That's the thing. You get 4 frags into a round, there's only so much work you can do with one man. At that point, even if you take only 10 damage per person, it whittles you down quite a lot. You get left into an awkward position. So easy to just get one tapped.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing would be to see if WEHAWT are able to convert these rounds, though, as well. Because they aren't, from what I understand, they're not a proper team.
I don't like the buy.
No?
Well, it's
has
now
the
posted for the MP7.
Yeah.
It's just the Galil on Connor, really. I don't know why people still go for the Galil. I don't rate it, Ben. I feel like you're better off going for either the AK investment or the MP7, yeah.
But Nico loves his scoped weapons, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That straight open pick. And Kazi's also, well, Aussie rather, is doing the same thing that, was it Fleeve or was it Dersiak?
Fleeve is playing from, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Dersiak actually?
It might have been
Dersiak,
yeah. When Quicks walked up right beside him. No, the B play is coming in, and Pickles.
Ooh. Pickles has been ruined.
Yeah, Quick's had enough money to get... actually, it might have been Vanity's scout. I was thinking he had armor then, on the smoke. Truth just seen his gun like 3 times. Ooh. So considering I was questioning would they be able to convert it, all 5 alive, pretty damn comfortable, to be honest.
This is a slow day for Pickles as well. Compared to the numbers we saw into the matchup obviously versus Luminary, now he's running on 3 frags.
He was, I think it was 7 for 18 against Luminary.
It's also just the fact as well, the reason why it's something you want to bring up and lay focus on isn't really to sort of be like, let Pickles perform bad. It's more the fact that he is someone that should have more frags than this normally. He normally has a much bigger impact in terms of just the raw firepower of the game. Fleef's just giving it. Gets away scot-free as well. He's going to be fine. 4 HP,
he can just hide away.
The next round, He can squirrel it. Yeah, but that's the thing. I just feel like normally with Pickles, you see him posting good numbers. He is someone that rips heads off, plays with a lot of confidence. You know, he's a good aimer. That's where his talent lies. Raw aim. Yeah. So it's just a shame we're not really seeing that coming through right now. And that is actually a big kicker as well. If you have Vex without Pickles, at least, you know, at 60%, there's going to be issues. You lose a lot of firepower.
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be some mid-aggression there. I mean, Nico's kept that scout. Thankfully, Fleeve is there to bail him out, but it's still 2v2. Man of the hour, Pickles. Does get 2. And he is staying for a 3rd. Does he win the fight with Connor there? Yes, he does. So there we are. We were challenging him, and he does come back.
He's piped up.
Yeah.
He's giving it. Whole lot better though. Yeah, eventually goes down, but already 3 frags found from into the round. So
yeah, he's done his part.
He's been able to pick things up a little bit more here. Boaster and
Dirciak knows he's there, doesn't he?
Ooh.
He has heard him pushing there. Some good sound being used though.
He's got good ears.
Yeah, good gaming chair.
That's what you need.
Maxnomic one.
Pickles, obviously, now actually sitting on a chair compared to the minor qualifiers where he was sitting.
To be fair, he was
kneeing it. Quick's on for the clutch.
No kit though. Ooh. His spray betrayed him there, if I'm honest. He had the crossbow right on his head, but he instantly just started spraying rather than
going for the
tap, I guess. Yeah.
It's the panic, really, isn't it? Obviously, in that situation, a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah. You get into the situation where you just start spraying, and then it's like when you practice on aimbots or something. You'll be there tapping away, and then you'll go in deathmatch. You'll start tapping, but then suddenly you'll start spraying just because of frustration. Where you'll be like, if I was shooting normally instead of tapping, I have to kill them. Then you start. You're getting yourself into a really bad.
It's also the mental state of it. You get a bit. There is times where it's just like, just gonna get the kill clutch.
Yeah.
You know, decision making can be affected. That's sort of the beauty of Counter-Strike, really. Fleeve trying to go for a plate towards connector. Will only find 1 frag back on Aussie though, but Quicks takes him down, sorts him out with a CZ, and it's up to Vanity and Pickles now. The Deagle boys see if they can clutch on this one, but in reality, it should be an 11th round for WEHAWT, and that's a tremendous sort of lead for him, really.
Yep. It was the CT side that I mentioned Vexed were having issues with in those previous Mirage matchups that we knew of. And once again, they've lost 5 rounds in a row now. They need to answer back. Quicks picks up the AWP. The question is, what are they going to do? That first round, they did that mid attack, and it wasn't. I would say it went well, just for the fact that it was a 3-for-2, but in terms of around the map, they were spread quite thin. So what are they going to do this round? Quicks is in window. Ooh, he's made that jump. Connor's going to knock himself back missing those shots, to be honest. But it doesn't matter though. Truth does get picked off when he jumped up towards that Kenny-esque jump. But the end goal is B, and the CTs have identified that. Rough position for Pickles to be in.
Pickles trying to find the frag, the backtrack. He's trying to backpedal and get the kill at the same time. It's awkward. Quicks as well. He was dancing around there, just hot-footing through as the shots were landing by his toes, but in the end, he will perish, Ben. It's Vanity and Aussie that actually remain now into this one. The 2 versus 3. Aussie is on the site. He's going to try and hit him like a hurricane. Finds the first frag as he annihilates Dirciak, but there's a response from Connor. Slams him down with the AWP, and it is all up to Vanity. These are the positions he thrives in, though.
Yeah, he's had many situations now in a clutch situation. Can he actually win this one out, though? It's a very needed round for them. He has managed to find Connor. Oh, there we are. And that's a very needed round.
I mean, if you lose that, it's 12-9. Yeah.
Another eco round, unless you're forced by pistols, which not very advised at that point, is it?
Especially if you look at the state their economy would have been.
Yeah.
Well, it's real bad. Pickles, the investment in the MP9.
He's gone for the full nades with that.
I mean,
where's he going with it, though?
If you play a close range angle and you can actually get a headshot with it, maybe it's viable, but I don't know. Has he gone for a bit of an incorrect read here on the economy?
I wouldn't say the economy. I think it's just a case of he probably prefers that over the UMP.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the only trade-off, unless you want to go Biff.
Yeah, you can try Biff them. I suppose the only thing is with it, close range headshots, yes. Anything other than that against
unless
armor,
you're the supreme king at tapping with it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be RPK in that instance. RPK is incredible at tapping.
And not anyone can be RPK. Frag's coming through, though. They're actually doing the damage.
He did get the kill when he jumped up then.
Yeah. Well, he is quite fast, Ben. That's what they say.
Now the quicks.
2v2. Truth and Pickles.
Pickles still has that MP9, though.
Yeah. He does need to trade it off to a different weapon, but he gets the kill with it. Takes down Boaster. That's his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Off.
Question is, can Connor win the 1v2, though?
That'd be a tough one for the relationship.
Yeah, they've been through harder things.
They have. They've been together for thick and thin, those two, to be fair. They are lovers. Oh, Pickles gets slain. Connor with a further kill as well. Annihilates Truth as he's able to adjust there with the AK-47. And WEHAWT, they get themselves that 12th round. And they actually set themselves up for an easy 13 as well, because Vexed, they have no real money. The only real investment they can go for is to dump all of it into the mix. All 5 hands in the bucket, Ben. And that is CZ armor that has been served up.
Yeah, Connor's having a great game. So again, that smoke beam's prone. Question is, what will it be doing much for them, though? I mean, this is the 5 CZs. You can't help but feel like they need to make some sort of play across the map.
Go for a shock and all-star play. Go for a stack. One of two, you know.
Yeah. Instead, it looks like some various solo plays. I mean, the BX one, it looks like they've got a paired up play. Actually, no, they don't. I thought Truth was in the window at first. So Truth does have a smoke for Pickles, but I mean, WEHAWT are playing this incredibly slow.
Yeah.
They know they won't have much need-wise.
That's the way you want to play it, though, really. If you know they're going to be on that eco, play the anti-eco, split pick.
Yeah. Fleeve could get caught out here.
If he pushes too deep, Pickles can kill him.
Ooh, he did check it. I think he's quite fortunate to get that kill, if I'm honest.
That's unlucky, really, for Pickles.
Yeah, really unfortunate. And WEHAWT have identified there's at least one other player at B. And it looks like A will be the call, but awkward timing there. And Vanity, fantastic solo play. Question is, what can they do from this further? He's got an AWP, which is not a fantastic situation to be in when you're at ramp. Especially considering the close split is Fleeve and he's already low. And they know exactly where both players are as well. I'm not sure how much ammo Quicks has left on that CZ. It should be enough to kill Fleeve, though. He's only 16.
Yeah. Fleeve. See if he can actually try and clutch this out. No, not today. Truth will kill him. 11 to 12. And considering the buy they had, Ben, the fact that it was just armor CZs, I mean, you've got to give it a Vanity.
Yeah,
it really is the impact
Vanity.
factor.
CT rounds are both on him, aren't they?
Yeah.
At this stage. And he is essentially, alongside Aussie's top performer right now.
Quicks as well, 17 frags, and he's trailing behind by 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Quicks kind of is a frag in IGL, though. I feel like he's someone that definitely can deal damage. He's formidable with the AWP, knows how to wield a rifle. I think that is at least one of his benefits, is as much as he's got a big brain to him, he can definitely back that up in terms of his own firepower. Fleeve, though, no chance today. Aussie from miles away is going to blow him down.
Very high sensitivity on Nico.
Yeah, he flicks like a lunatic.
And because there's no mid control, or even short, A has been left open completely. I mean, they found 2 kills to compensate that, but it's a 2v2 at the end of the day, and make that 2v1. Connor's won this before. He's already won 1 in this half.
And win it again.
He has no head armor. Could be it's not an issue now, obviously. There's 2 AKs in play.
There's the kill. Quicks with a headshot in the end as he spammed his way down. That is now going to tie things up. 12-12 as we go in around 25. It is very close here, man. Both sides keeping it neck and neck. They were trading rounds, and now it just depends really who's going to actually take the advantage, or is this just going to carry on flip-flopping?
Yeah, I mean, look at the bunny on both sides. It's pretty much identical, other than the fact that Vexed already have guns in their hands.
We've got guns.
You got guns?
Bring guns.
Bring guns.
Bring guns.
So WEHAWT looks like they're going for like a sort of split buy. Like pistol armor. Some of them obviously don't have armor. There's 3 flashes. One of them's already been used. Boast has the 2 others though. So where's that? Okay, that smoke's landed on top of the B-Hall's balcony. I think it was from spawn.
Yeah. They've got some long arms. Quite a deep throat.
So Boast is going to flash them in as soon as they get closer to that smoke. Pickles is full white again. If a player had come out truck, they would have got the free kill, but he's still alive.
Oh, well, there's a frag in the end. Fleeve as well, been able to bypass everyone and just punish Quicks.
He got straight on his bike, though, didn't he?
He did.
Straight to market.
Had the BMX out, cycled his way in.
Yeah, you have to appreciate there's always one player who's trying to do that end goal. Just like, I'm going to get straight in, go all the way. I mean, he's made the play from it as well. It's 2v3, make that a 3v1 now. Aussie on his own. Has a kit.
That's a kill as well. Takes down Connor with the wallbang, Ben. Terms utility, it's just 1 flash and 2 men to watch from multiple different angles. They will find the first kill. Bolster, it's easy for him to actually come back free. Bolster can just punish him. That's going to bring things down now to a 12 rounds for Vexed, 13 for WEHAWT, and the money's bad again. It's not great.
And Vexed are committing. They've gone for the buy.
They're going to risk it.
So they could have potentially played for the overtime. Because if they had 2 eco rounds, they could have got to 15 and then played from there. But they're believing in the fact that the rounds are going back and forth. And they really think they can get further on with this. But it doesn't look like the reads come through. Truth's rotated from B to A. When they're doing a B split, they smoked window and they smoked connector. Pickles is left alone. That's 2.
Charlie Pickles.
So long as he stays alive, the better it is for his team.
Can he carry it on? Can he get a little bit more? Wants to try and at least find a 3rd frag with a Deagle into this one.
Oh, no.
His teammates have been punished, Ben. It's all up to the pistols. Vanity's coming round. He does have a CZ, but he's miles away. The engine's taking over. Pickles, yeah, 2 shots, 2 men alive. They both have to be 1 digs if he wishes to win this.
It's been long enough now that he needs to peek, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because you can see they're not close.
Get the info. Oh, the nade's going to kill him.
Oh.
Slam dunk.
That's a sad state of affairs for Pickles. And now it's down to Vanity. How many times have we seen him in this situation in this game?
He's got an AK.
Have they pulled the fake, though, with that movement?
Is Vanity going to be brained here?
It's a really awkward situation.
Seems like they might have brained him here, Ben.
Yeah, he'll come back to check in the next 5 or so seconds.
Suspecting they would have gone through underpass.
But is there anybody visible to him? It looks like he might have saw a gun barrel. He's heard that plant.
Yeah, he should have had the plant. The audio cue would have been there for a while. Dirtyak. More like dirtyak.
Jeez.
That's filthy.
It just gets no chance to even fight back at that situation.
Yeah.
Gotta feel bad for Pickles in that situation though. He gets the 2 kills. Delays long enough, but then everybody falls around him again.
Everyone just dies, yeah.
And then he takes one on the chin. Quite
literally on the chin, yeah. They bounce right off his jawline.
And it's a full eco other than Pickles and Quicks on PC50s. And I imagine Fleeve is planning to reap the rewards here. That's 1. He had 3 in that previous round. He's already got 2. Make that the 3rd.
Wow.
And last man alive, Mr. Pickles.
He's fleeved them up. Yeah, big man Mr. Pickles. Let's see if the CP can do anything this round. Gonna go for the peek over towards short. See what we can actually find with the P250 in his hands. A tag, but that is it. Decimated. And WEHAWT now 15 rounds picked up. And got some news just in as well. Fish123 have got another win as they overthrow London Lynx.
Wow.
So that's 2 wins for Fish now.
Yeah, so they'll be top of their group. And this could be a situation where Vexed will now go to 1-1 potentially if they lose this game.
Yeah.
In a situation where they still have people like Wind and Rain to play against in their group.
The teams that you expect them to be struggling against versus a team you think they would have beaten here, really. So
yeah.
It's the curse of Mirage. It feels like things haven't improved, especially on that CT side. This is where the issues arise.
It's like I mentioned, it was straight up. There was a lot of errors on their CT side. And evidently they have not been solved.
In so much time as well. The amount of leagues, the amount of things they're involved in, the amount of qualifiers outside of the Prem. We've had a whole season between it, and their Mirage doesn't look like it's improved since last season. That's sad as well.
Yeah, it's been about 2.5 months since the last finals.
The quality of players you have here versus WEHAWT as well, that are a team that are more a mix. You look at the roster they fielded today, it is a lot more mixed than what we even expected coming into it. You know, it's different, Ben. But for Vexed, I can't deal with it. They couldn't adapt quickly enough, and now they might actually pay the price for it as well. If they lose this
retake
round
with no kit. It's a bit.
Yeah, it's hard.
Obviously, Quicks is the man on the inside job. I guess he's behind enemy lines right now, and he has spotted the bomber. Oh,
the backstab could be incredible. Finds the headshot.
He gets the second one, that'd be quite good. But he's being allowed to. He did get that kill right before he died, though.
Oh,
and that's just on his own. And this should be the call. He should be screaming. The last guy was jungle. I shot at him. The last guy was there.
Quicks has saved the game.
Yeah, it was effectively just based on the situation. No kit, and they were playing retake on the A-bomb site, which you desperately need grenades. I feel. And if you don't have grenades, you'd hope you have a kit. But
if he doesn't get those 2 kills there, not going to happen. Especially with the tag he got off as well. So
yeah,
Dirty at that point, you can't peek. You can't really take a fight. You have to just play safe.
Fleaver, there's redemption back to the UK, doesn't he? 31 kills.
I know. It just rocks up into these games versus UK teams. Punishes. It's what he did at Gfinity. It's what he's doing here at the Prem.
The question is, what will Vex do now? Because if I'm honest, Quicks has obviously saved the day there. But what's the plan from that? Heavy mid battle by looks things? Which, I mean, it's gone 1-1. With, I think, 3 CTs were there. And Nico's managed to get quite close here with this smoke. How far can he go? I mean, Boasted just running rampant around mid at the same time as well. It's very rough for Pickles on that B-bomb site. He's always had someone there trying to pester him a bit. But again, it looks like the end goal is changing towards an A. But I think with enough pressure from Nico, if he does anything, he'll probably pull, I believe, Truth back. Doesn't look like they've any control there, though.
I mean, 3-on-3 at this point. You got the nades going over. They're going to go for the play on the A site. Vanity needs to go absolutely huge, Ben. If he can go on a tear, cut through him.
He needs one, doesn't he?
Oh, not today. He's been cut to pieces, lost his lips. It's down now. It's a 2v2. Truth.
It's a really good shot from him as well.
Late to rest by Nico. And it's all up the Pickles. Charlie needs to clutch it. Has he got a golden ticket into this round, Ben? Or is he going to be sobbing sad?
He has the kit, flash, nothing else to work with. In a really awkward predicament right now. I think Nico's... Is he underpass? Yeah, he's underpass. So he's playing incredibly defensive. He knows the post plant is for him. He doesn't need to force a play right now. But Pickles, he needs to force the issue. Trying to find the first player, he does.
That's huge. First frag found. Turns into the 1v1, but the thing is, it's the Mike Powell angle, Ben. He's got it planted for him. The bomb's down. He can watch it from connector. Peeks up, misses the first. Tries to back off, but the timing, that's the big factor. Time's been wasted. Pickles has to sit on it. Didn't get the kill. And the game is done. That is a win for WEHAWT as they find the win, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, it was right as the Visa said. I mentioned Mirage was the weak point potentially for Vexed. And I mean, they have proven that it's still the same again. No, because it seems like the holes are still there. They haven't mended them.
That's where the issues arise. Mirage, things are still going wrong for them. And it is odd. It's the fact that it seems like it's been such a long downtime since the last season. And it's not like they haven't been competing. They've been taking part in multiple tournaments outside of this, multiple leagues. They've been doing a lot of things, and it just didn't show up. Yeah,
I mean, we just expect a bit more, don't we? It's been, as I said, about 2.5 months since last Prem Finals. And that's where they had a lot of issues with Mirage. And like you said, it's been long enough that there's been no visible improvement. So,
bit awkward. But Vexed are going to let that one slip. They're going to be feeling vexed after that one. But it does mean that WEHAWT are going to be, you know, taking in the sunlight, Ben, enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a good win to get, obviously, as well. It's one of the teams that they would be competing against for those, maybe the #1 seed even, right?
Yeah, that's
so
very
hopefully
true.
they can build off that as well. Whether it's a mix or a team, right now they're showing that they could potentially work a bit of mixture of both.
Yeah, well, that is that game wrapped up, done and dusted. Vexed, they fall short. WEHAWT continue on. It means Vexed now go 1-1, and they must actually affect them majorly the later on in the standings. For the meantime, we'll leave you these replays, and we'll be back in after the break. Stairs.